Welcome to another fun-filled episode of A&B Sports Media, the podcast. My name's AJ.
And I am Bill.
And let's get into the news. Bill, what do you got for us?
Oh my God, today in sports history.
Wow.
In 1898, Lizzie Arlington becomes the first woman to play professional men's baseball when she pitches ninth inning for the Reading Hall Heavers against the Allentown Peanuts. Allows 2 hits and walks a batter, but preserves the 5-0 win. So,
Oh, nice. Solid. Didn't even let up a run.
Yeah,
Well done.
no, didn't even let up a run. Here's a good one. 1904, New York Giants' 18-game winning streak ends as Phillies win 6-5 in 10 innings at Huntington Park. Go Phils.
Go, Phils.
We got some tennis going on. Wimbledon women's tennis. Aretha Chambers, we've heard that name before, beats May Sutton. I'm pretty sure we heard that name before. 6-3, 9-7 for her third of 7 Wimbledon singles titles. And guess what? Wimbledon's women's tennis again in 1907. American May Sutton avenges a previous year's defeat, defeating Aretha Chambers 6-1 and 6-4.
Whoa.
And we're going to skip that part. And then we're going to go right now. What the hell is this? 1914, MLB Boston Braves are 15 games back in the National League, go on to win the World Series 4-0 versus the Philadelphia A's.
God damn it.
I know. Sad. Some birthdays in the sport, just pulling them up. Megan Rapone, the 38th birthday, women's soccer team, I believe. Yep, women's soccer.
Yep.
And then some older deaths, Elizabeth Ryan, which I have no idea. It looks like a tennis player. And Ted Williams also died in 2002. Here we go. We got a wedding in this sport.
Wait a second. Ted Williams died in 2002?
That he did.
Holy shit.
1918 to 2002. Holy shit.
He was an old man.
Yep. Weddings in the sport. 2014, American pop singer Jessica Simpson weds American NFL football player Eric Johnson in Montecito, California.
Montecito.
Otherwise, in July itself in sports history, the first U.S. Olympic Games comes to St. Louis in 1904. And that is it in today's sports history.
Nice.
We're going to follow right into our news regarding the Union.
Oh, I do want to. There is another birthday
Oh,
that we didn't say, but I'm gonna tease it now, and we're gonna talk about it a little bit later.
Is it gritty?
It's not gritty.
God damn it. Okay.
It's also someone. It's also a generational talent. Yes.
Is it the Philly Fanatic?
No.
Damn it. Okay. Anyway, Philadelphia Union. Oh, excuse me. I'm still dying. We're going to find out on Friday what I have. Take your guesses in email form now at billandajmedia@gmail.com. All right.
Or reach us at our Twitter handle
Yes.
at AB Sports Media. Tell
Yes.
us what you think Bill has.
Tweet what my death will be. All right. By the way,
Doesn't even sound like you're gonna make it through this
I'm not.
podcast.
I'm struggling. Anyway,
been a
unfortunately,
month. Figure it
has
out.
been a month. Philadelphia unfortunately lost this weekend on July 2nd against Atlanta United 2-0. Unfortunately, when it comes to the standings, they were in third. Now they dropped down to fifth. They're currently 10 wins, 6 losses, and 4 draws with a total of 34 points. Tied with Orlando City for 6th as well. Their next match is against LA Galaxy on July 8th at 10:30 p.m. LA Galaxy is doing some dog shit. Doing some. Where are they? Hang on. I was looking at the Eastern Conference. Okay, Western Conference. Okay, they are doing some dog shit. They are currently 4-9, so hopefully they can get some points to bring it forward. Otherwise, AJ, back to you. What do you got?
Back to me. I'm looking up Inter Miami tickets because I kind of want to see.
A lot.
We're just gonna do the
300 plus.
New York City one. Not as bad as I thought. It's it's 206 for Section 124 in Fort Lauderdale.
Shiitake mushrooms.
That's just because of Messi.
Yes, it is. It's
That's the
literally
Messi
because of Messi.
effect. That's interesting, but. Yeah, there's been a lot of fun things happening in MLB, especially
Baseball.
if you're a Phillies fan.
Yes.
Even if you're new, old, or
You're a Phillies fan. Take it or leave it.
middle aged. The Phillies.
Don't talk about my midlife crisis like that.
You're not there yet.
Depending on this.
I'm about to say it. You might have already went through it. So the Phillies are red hot, and they just got their 10th consecutive road game win
Woo!
behind Nola, who pitched an absolute gem.
That he did.
He went pretty much 7 innings with a career. Well, he matched his career high
at
in
13,
12
or 12.
Ks.
Was it 12?
It was
Okay.
12.
Oh, he
13,
needed
13. Yeah, he needed 13.
Okay, I read it wrong originally.
Yep. So that's.
Oh, they're playing right now.
Yeah, they're playing right now, top of the first, and Schwarber's up to bat. So we'll see how
Schwarber.
he does against the Rays, who are a really good team. Schwarber just grounded out. That's fun.
They're
but-
57 and 31. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
it's just synonymous with Phillies teams that, like, when there's a bad team, they underperform. When it's a great team,
They
they
overachieve.
Yeah, they actually do good. So the Rays are a very good team. They were one of the hottest teams for a while and still pretty hot. And they pretty much went up against the old Phillies alumni, Zach Eflin, who he pitched a pretty good game too.
That he did.
I don't know if you can hear it in the background, but my grandfather absolutely despises when they lead off Schwarber, specifically because he thinks that a power hitter, I mean rightfully so, a power hitter should probably hit, third through fifth. Here it comes. Get ready. Get ready. He's coming down the stairs.
Why is Schwarber leading off?
What do
I
you
don't
mean?
know. Why is he leading off?
Because analytics.
My ass.
There you go. And there you have it, folks. Analytics my ass.
But, the Phillies looks like a very strong team, even with a lackluster performance from players like Schwarber and Trey Turner. They actually look really good, and they put it to the Tampa Bay Rays and looking to do it again. But someone who's been extremely hot recently and has finally gotten the recognition he deserves from his revenge tour, Nick Castellanos is an all-star. Bill, what do you think of that?
I think he's an all-star.
Fantastic.
I know. I'm giving you as much energy as you give me during UFC.
What's that?
Nothing.
Exactly. But yeah, Nick Castellanos has been popping off. He's lead leaders in average and hits and all that fun stuff. Right up there with Bryson Stott. So, there you go. You got a little stream going.
Yes, I do. Thank you, YouTube TV. Thank you, Mikey.
Yeah, thank you, Mikey. Good trade-off.
That was a great trade-off.
But yeah, so I'm really excited for him. Bryce Harper, funny enough, with everything that he's done for us, he's not officially played in the All-Star game as a Philly.
That's true.
So looking for that to be the first one too.
He
So
did mess up yesterday, though.
He did. He did.
When that one, I think it was 8th inning or 9th inning, maybe 7th, I can't remember. He hit, oh, Jesus. He hit a rocket out to the right side of the outfield, center left, if anything. It bounced off the wall. I think it was, somebody ran in. I think it was Schwarber.
Probably.
And Harper stayed on first because he watched it, thought it was going out, and then just jogged it off because he thought it was going to get caught.
Yeah.
He took too long to delay there. It's 2 outs. You got to keep moving. I'm not mad at him because it didn't matter. A win's a win, and the next person up struck out anyway, so it wouldn't have changed anything. But
You never know because
Yeah.
you put pressure on the bases and
Yeah.
things happen. But I mean, he's normally a guy that runs it out. And it pisses me off when people don't run out even if it's a pop up, you run it out because you never
Yeah.
know.
No, I get
Friggin'
it.
Freddie Freeman in the preseason, he was actually mic'd up during the preseason game because Chipper Jones was on. This is when he was
Yeah.
on the Braves, and he was on first base and it was literally a bloop right behind shortstop. But all you heard is it's windy, and he sprinted all the way from first to home because he knew it was windy. It was 2 outs too, so he was going, and he was hustling hard.
Yeah.
So you never know what's going to happen, especially in baseball. But going back on a better note actually, because Taijuan Walker is pitching today, and he's been everything we wanted in the starting
He's doing
pitching
well.
rotation. So. A little fun fact, he's actually tied for 6th place in the league for wins at 9.
oh, wow.
Can you guess who he's tied with?
Bartolo Colon.
No.
Damn it, that would've been
Bartolo
perfect.
Colon's retired, my dude.
I know, but I just wanted to say it.
No, Zach Eflin.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's tied with Zach Eflin. So Aaron Nola is obviously all the ties kind of bring down records.
Yeah.
Or just kind of position ranking, because Aaron Nola's only one behind him. He's at 8 wins.
Yeah.
But they're all tied for 12th. So
He's definitely improved since his first 9 starts.
yeah, his first
Went
9
from 3-2 to 8-1.
Yeah, his first 9 starts were really rough looking, but
They were.
But yeah, so that was really cool to see because I was looking up stats from for another guy who we'll talk about in a second. But another addition that we had to our pitching rotation, who's a reliever, Craig Kimbrell,
Yeah.
looked like prime Craig Kimbrell.
He looked good yesterday.
He through the whole month of June, he's been fantastic, and it shows because he won National League reliever of the month. And the stats in the month of June was he's 2-0 with a .69 ERA.
Holy shit.
And he was 5 for 5 in save opportunities, which is absolutely fucking nuts. But another pitcher, he's not on the Phillies, but he's generational talent, and it's his birthday today. Shohei Ohtani. Can you guess?
Okay.
Can you guess how old he is?
20.
I want you to genuinely take a guess here.
23.
I want you to genuinely take a guess.
25.
No,
How old is he?
that was 3 strikes. You're out. He's 29.
Oh, God, he's older than us.
He won, well, you 1 year.
Yeah, I know.
And
but
me
you're
2 years.
Yeah. But just remember, though, look where he's at and look where we're at. We're in your mom's basement.
Exactly, and he's playing
Professional.
professional baseball. He's the best player in all of baseball.
That he is.
Probably the best player in the whole history of baseball.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely accurate. He's a hell of a player.
He's he's literally like what Babe Ruth would be in this environment if Babe Ruth was not a cigar drinking fat guy that dropped bombs.
Yeah.
Now this guy's actually physically fit and
And
drops
drops
bombs. But Ohtani through 88 games, he has 31 home runs and
Jesus.
132 strikeouts.
That's so many.
That is number 1 in the whole league for home runs and number 3 in the whole league for strikeouts.
Jesus.
That's friggin' nuts. To give you a comparison, Aaron Judge won the home run title last year with, I think it was like 62 or something. I forget the exact number. Ohtani is pacing to beat that by like 4,
Jesus.
which is nuts to me. But yeah, and looking to kind of bring that into the All-Star break because we got All-Star game is next Tuesday.
Okay.
So, what is that? So, next Tuesday would be July
That means there's
11th.
gonna be no sports going on then.
Next week?
Yeah, isn't it during the All-Star break? There's no sports events really going on?
Not really, but we'll find something.
We'll
to do.
make something work.
We'll find something.
Maybe if somebody sends an email,
Sends an
it'll
email
help us out greatly.
or tweets at us. That'd be
yeah,
fantastic.
and
Again.
remember, BillandAJMedia@gmail.com.
And Twitter at AB Sports Media.
Do it.
Kind of taking a little bit of a pivot in fun news to a little sad news.
Oh, sorry.
Mike Trout is out. He is on the 10-day IL with a fractured hamate, which is in the wrist. Pretty much, if you were to hold a bat and pretty much right here,
right there.
right in there, like pretty much right at the bottom part of your wrist, in the middle, he fractured that just on a swing. If you look it up online, it looks like nothing crazy happened. It's just sometimes a lot of especially that much pressure getting like put into the swing, wear and tear throughout the whole season, fractured it.
Yeah,
So
I get it.
there's no timetable for his return, but I mean, honestly, going into All-Star break couldn't have been a better time to unfortunately fracture your hand, but
I agree.
at least you get a full week or so.
Yeah.
And then sticking on a very, very sad news, the Sixers look to be running it back with Tobias Harris, James Harden, and Embiid. I don't
God damn it.
like. Listen, I have a lot of conflicting feelings. Tobias Harris, I kind of want to trade it to Harden after hearing, he just seems in and out, and I don't want someone who's in and out. I want him to be fully committed, and if he's
Yeah.
not fully committed, then I don't want him. And obviously, Embiid, I want to stay. So it's it's annoying to see this because we literally have seen this exact team go out of the second round
I was
playoffs.
gonna say, where have we seen
twice.
this before? We're gonna see it again.
The only difference is now we actually have a coach that draws up plays, but can I genuinely trust that they're going to get out of the second round? I can't. So
No.
this is really upsetting.
Right.
Although good thing is that a lot of trade talks have been happening with the Sixers and stuff like
Good.
that, and they said Maxey untouchable. You cannot. They are not
I was
trading
gonna
him
say if
regardless.
they were gonna try to take Maxey, I would start fighting.
Which I think was the Trailblazers for
Yeah.
Dame. I think they were trying to get Maxey, and we were like, no. So I think that probably fell apart.
Okay.
So that's probably why we're running it back again. But man, do not get rid of that. Do not
Yeah,
get rid of
please
him.
don't
He
get
is,
rid of Maxey.
He is going to be so freaking good, so freaking good. But Yeah, that's all the fun, normal, and sad news I have. Nothing really has been happening in the NFL.
Yeah.
NHL, a decent amount of stuff's happened with the Flyers, but we
trades.
already covered that. Because like their season pretty much ended. So
Yeah. So they're just doing what they got to do.
yeah, NHL and the NFL kind of being very quiet.
Pretty slow
recently.
today. Otherwise, we're going to get right into Zoom mode and go into the Austrian Grand Prix that happened over this weekend on July 2nd at 9 o'clock this morning. 9 o'clock that morning. Excuse me. Anyway, guess what happened?
What?
Guess who won?
Who? Verstappen.
Oh my God, you're a fucking genius.
Crazy.
What else is new? I will give Sergio Perez some big credit, though.
Yeah.
He actually started in 15th and came back to 3rd.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
that's actually
pretty
really
good.
good.
That's real good. Verstappen first, Leclerc second, Perez third, Lando Norris in fourth.
Oh, would
How
you look
about
at that?
McLaren-
Would you look at
way
that?
to go, McLaren. You're doing something for once. Alonso in fifth, still got to represent. And then some other people after that don't really care. Did Haas score any points? No, they did not. What a shame. Anyway, I just want to show you the balls and anger and cockiness that Max Verstappen has. This
Cojones.
race was 71 laps. Max by lap 69, nice, was currently up 23 seconds on Leclerc. That's how
Yeah.
much of a gap he had.
Yeah.
23 seconds. You gain one extra point if you get the fastest lap in a race, which was at the time secured by Sergio Perez.
Okay.
Max gets on the radio while driving and says, I want the fastest lap, let's box the car. 2 laps left, 23-second gap. They're like, why? We're good. No, I want to do it. Let's box. No, this is not a good idea. No, we're going to box. Start it up. Pulls in, gets new tires, gets the gap down to 3 seconds, and hauls ass and gets the fastest lap.
That's actually really funny.
So he got all the fucking points. And this guy, I just want to show you. So,
That's a killer right
yeah,
there.
that was just him just basically saying.
That's him saying, I'm not giving my opponent any reprieve. I'm taking everything.
Opponent and teammate.
That's the only upsetting part.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that, but it is what it is. It's when it comes to racing, dog eat dog. Here's the thing. When it comes to the drivers' championship, there is only a few more races left anyway. But when it comes to the points, Max has 229. Sergio, his teammate, the next closest is 148.
Oh my God.
It's a battle for second because the one after that is Fernando Alonso. And that's it.
I feel like Verstappen has only gotten more dominant as
He
he has
has.
gone.
It's him and the car. That Red Bull machine is a fucking force of nature. As you saw, even when Verstappen, he held the lead for over 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Sergio was able to take that car and push it through 12 other people to get back to third.
Push it to the limit.
I know he's been struggling with qualifying, but he's really picking himself up when it comes to race day itself.
That's good.
Yep. Otherwise, that is it with Formula One. And now, we're going to go over this weekend's event for UFC, and this is a big one. It's a doozy. It is
doozy.
UFC 290. I think this is the start of International Fight Week, too. July 8th at 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, which will be at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. You have the UFC 290 Alexander Volkanovski. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ, Bill. Figure it out.
Hang on. Get that on video.
It's not video, it's
Get that
audio.
on audio.
Oh,
Alexander
Jesus.
Volkanovski versus Yair Rodriguez. My bad. With the co-main being Brandon Moreno versus Alexandra Pantoja. I forget how to say his last name. So it's Alex. Meanwhile, this card is stacked with a few
Stacked.
questionable ones that I'll look into later. But otherwise, though, a lot of fighters around the world. It's not just United States fighting. You got people from Argentina, Australia, Mexico, South Africa, Poland, Brazil, Japan, Mexico again. But I'm not going to really focus on the early prelims. I got nothing really going on with that. I'm going to start with the prelims because there's some big names on there and some fights that I don't give a crap about. But most importantly, the one that I don't give a crap about that already happened once, and we're going to see it again for no reason. Jimmy Crute versus Alonzo Minefield. Basically, this was a fight that happened a couple months ago, and it was called early due to I think, head clash. And they decided to just say, run it back.
Run it back.
Jimmy Crute's ranked 14th. Alonzo Minefield is an unranked, so this is his chance again to get into the ranks. We'll see what happens. I still am not sure how it's going to go. Both are very powerful strikers. I know Jimmy Crute's on a losing streak, so we'll see. Moving on from that, another big one in the welterweight division, Jack Della Maddalena versus Josiah Harrell, which I think is going to be his first time fighting in the UFC, so he's going to be doing some dumb crap fighting this guy. Jack Della Maddalena is also from Australia, killing it right now, ranked 14th in the welterweight division. He's currently on a hot streak, so we're going to see him continue flying up. Here's where I'm a little mad.
Uh-oh, why?
Welterweight fight. Nico Price versus Robbie Lawler. Now, to my veteran fans, all like one of you.
One of you?
Yeah. Robbie Lawler is a household name. He is a beast. He is a destroyer. He has fought everybody and their mother, and in every fight he's in is an absolute war. This is also going to be his retirement fight because the man is old. He is currently 41 years old. He's a former UFC welterweight champion, former Elite XC and middleweight champion, formerly competed in Strikeforce Pride and the IFL. He is aggressive no matter what goes on, and we will miss him and his style of fighting every day. Honest to God, I know he's technically on a one-fight loss streak, but his only other win was Nick Diaz, so we don't talk about that one that much. I'd still, even though Robbie Lawler's plus 220, I would still take him anyway. I'd take the odds for the veteran, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully he takes the win. Here's where I think it should be switched out. I think he should take the middleweight bout off the main card for Bo Nickel versus Val Woodburn. Reason why, Val Woodburn is a very, very quick replacement against who was supposed to be Tresean Gore, who unfortunately got injured before the fight could have happened. So Bo Nickel, who is a rising middleweight, is going to just basically get like kind of a walk in the park.
Yeah.
Honest to God, nothing against Bo. I would rather Robbie Lawler get onto the main card one last time, retire on the main card, call it a day.
That would be ideal.
That would be ideal, but the UFC cares more about money.
Money.
So it is what it is. UFC, don't hate me. I love you guys still. Anyway, next up, we got the lightweight bouts, Dan Hooker versus Jalen Turner. But that's going to be a fight. That is going to be a very good back-and-forth technical fight. Lightweights are always a fucking dime piece of a show to see. Currently, Jalen's ranked 11, Dan Hooker's ranked 12th. Dan Hooker was going on a downward spiral for a little bit when he lost to Islam Makhachev and then Arnold Allen, but then he pulled it back in November to win. He's currently he's currently 22-12. He is still the hangman. He is still dangerous. I think he could still pull it out and take the win. Meanwhile, Jalen Turner is currently 14-6. 10 first-round finishes, so you know this is going to roll. Jalen Turner, though, is currently on a 2-fight win streak. I actually don't know how this one went because it doesn't say, but we will look it up anyway. It looks like a no contest, so we're going to move on from that. So 2-fight win streak, yay. But yeah, I'll put my money on Dan Hooker right now. Why not? I believe it. Now, the big three. These three are the biggest fights that you're going to have on this card. Number one of these big three. It's a middleweight bout, 3 rounds, ranked 2, Robert Whittaker versus number 5, Dricus Du Plessis. This is a very important fight. It really will shape the middleweight division from here on out. This is a title eliminator fight. And the bitch when it comes to the middleweight division is Israel Adesanya has currently fought everyone in the top 5 minus Dricus Du Plessis. The only reason why Dricus is now in the top 5, I think that was because Paulo Costa is unhappy with him. I don't know. I just see on the rankings he dropped. It is what it is. Either way, before he got moved up to rank 5, that's the only person Israel could have fought because everyone else, Pereira, Whitaker, Cannonier, Vittori, and Costa, those 5 have all have been defeated by Israel, some twice as well.
Yeah.
That includes Whitaker, who has lost to Israel twice as well. If Driscus does win, he will then be guaranteed the next title shot against Izzy. Will that happen? Probably not. And the only reason why Whitaker, there's levels to the game. Whitaker is up there with Izzy as one of the highest elite fighters that there is.
Yeah.
I highly don't think Driscus can pull it off, but the man also recently, and I'm not using this as the reason, as the excuse. The man is currently on a 7-fight win streak. He's 19-2, 8 wins by knockout, 10 by submission, and he just got nasal surgery.
Oh.
So that's big. Apparently, it's huge.
Well, yeah,
And
because then you can actually breathe.
so that's what I wanted to bring up. Apparently, he was only getting about 2% of his normal breathing capacity through his nose.
2%?
2%.
Oh, my God.
So now he can breathe. And basically, we'll see what happens. Do I think it's a possibility? I don't know. He's plus 10 in the odd, or plus 310 in the odds. Honest to God, I would take Driscus, Dan Hooker, and Robbie Lawler all for the money line and take the parlay and see what happens. Otherwise, I would take Whitaker by knockout. But anyway, actually no, Whitaker by decision. Sounds about more right. Anyway, flyweight title bout. This co-main, because my man can't get a main because the UFC hates flyweights. I know you do, Dana. Don't hate me though, please. We have Brandon Moreno, my favorite fighter, versus Alex Pantoja.
Yes.
Pantoja, I don't know.
Yes.
Anyway, Brandon Moreno, as you all know, has recently regained his belt for the second time against Davison Figueiredo because, they had to have a 4-fight streak go on. So we're going to see how that goes. The man is a nerd. He literally collects Pokemon cards, watches anime. He is a straight weeb.
Nerd.
We love him. He's a very kind man. He's a family man. Overall, love him. I can't say the same for Alex because I have no idea. But he's currently, Brandon is currently 21-6-2. Alex is 25-5. I am not disrespecting Alex whatsoever, though, because Alex is a hell of a fighter. 8 wins by knockout, 10 by sub, 10 first-round finishes. Like I said, 25-5. He is currently on looks like a 3-fight win streak and killing it. He is an animal, and he's also known as the Cannibal. How about that?
Well, would you look at that?
I want to say Brandon is the more technical fighter. I don't know. We will see. I believe these guys actually fought many years ago. So I'm going to double-check that real quick. But Brandon Moreno, the assassin baby, is currently 21-6-2, as I said. 5 wins by knockout, 11 by sub, 8 first-round finishes. Honestly, a submission could be very possible in this timeline. Just because he's done it once, he could do it again. The man is smart. He is cocky in the thing. And they did fight before. This is their second time coming.
Who won first?
And Alex won.
Oh.
So this may be a style matchup where he can't get it. But
Style on him.
championship, man. Anything for the belt, you want to hold that.
Hold on, everybody. Billy is dying.
Cough break. Anyway, last but not least, the featherweight title bout. The King, Alexander Volkanovski versus Yair Rodriguez. The interim champ. Got to keep that in mind. There was an interim belt going on when Alex went up to fight Islam Makhachev. This will be a fantastic fight. And there's already a title eliminator ready to go in case that happens. Alex is currently... Alex the Great, can't forget that. He's 25-2, 12 wins by knockout, 3 by sub, 7 first-round finishes. He is currently on a one-loss streak, because he did take that fight up against Islam Makhachev. Didn't go so well. That does not stop anything. You're going up a weight class to fight one of the greatest grapplers in the world. Held your own for 25 minutes.
Oh, God.
He is a fucking beast. Overall, Alex is strong, smart. He's probably the best fight IQ I've ever seen. and will absolutely dominate you in any situation. Meanwhile, we have Yair El Pantera Rodriguez, who is 16-3. I know I got those R rolls. I can do that and cough at the same time. 6 wins by knockout, 4 by sub, 5 first-round finishes. Different style matchup for him. He goes for a lot of points, takedowns, striking. He is currently on I think it's a 2-fight win streak. I don't know if he won against Holloway, but we shall see. Either way, this is going to be a banger of a fight. I'm very excited to watch this as well. I'm excited to watch this entire card, and I'll be down the shore the entire time watching it too. But thankfully, I will have my handy-dandy computer to watch.
There you go.
Yep. Otherwise, that's all I have on UFC. Just going to a live score. It is still at the bottom of the first. Jesus.
No. You gotta hit live.
Oh.
Hit live, because a lot has happened.
I'm hitting live. I don't know what's happening.
Did he hit it? Did he get a single?
Oh my God!
Nice.
It's 2-2.
All right, it's 2-2. So 2-2.
Marsh swung way too high on that.
Little bloop. Oh, not a little bloop. That's a deep one.
He swung 2 up on that.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah,
But
do we get at least a tag up? No.
no, you don't tag up on that.
Boo.
Yeah, so it's 2-2 for the Phillies against Tampa Bay. But I do want to bring up a national legend. So the hot dog eating contest happened.
Joey
yesterday.
Chestnut, baby.
Joey the Jaws Chestnut, who is an absolute living legend. So the hot dog competition was supposed to happen on 4th of July, which was yesterday.
Yep.
And there was lightning delays,
Yep.
and they were thinking about canceling it, right?
Yep.
And Joey Chestnut walked out. He saw all the fans were still out there, ready to go, like regardless of what the weather was. He walked out there, and he was walking pretty much to the podium, and they were like, "Joey Chestnut, what are you doing?" He's like, "Listen, like they want to cancel it, but I'm gonna get all the guys out here, and exact words, we're gonna fucking do this thing." So this man held off. He held off a rain delay, not even delay, cancellation of the hot dog contest, and then showed up to eat 62 fucking hot dogs.
62, and the next closest one was in the 40s.
Yeah, like it would.
That man knows how to eat a glizzy.
He has won 16 out of the 19 times he's been
Yep.
in that competition.
That man scares me with an open stomach.
I looked up his net worth, right?
Oh, I'm actually curious about this.
So this was 6 hours ago from the Washington Post. Can you from last year? How much do you think he made?
I want to say, honestly, 50 grand. I don't want to say a lot.
Add a zero.
500,000, really?
He made $500,000 more. He earned more than $500,000 last year as a competitive eater, and his net worth exceeds $4 million. I was having this conversation at Brewers the other day. So, at what point in your life do you go, I want to dedicate myself to this and become the best at it? Like, what I need a 30 for 30 from Joey the Jaws.
Yeah,
Chestnut.
we will get a 30 for 30
I need to
for Joey
understand,
Chestnut.
was it just like he was eating hot dogs and he's like, wow, I could be really good at this. And then just became the greatest hot dog eater this nation has ever seen. Like, I really don't get what the thought process is and how you even get to that. Like, how do you even train?
You eat.
Thank you.
You know, I'm not even kidding. You have to train your jaw.
Yeah.
And then you also have to train to let your stomach expand. Because
Huh.
if you don't let your stomach expand, you'll puke. So what they're training is probably a mix of jaw training, like literally having weights or something, chewing, and then probably like either drinking a shit ton of water to expand the stomach,
Eating grapes.
eating grapes maybe, I don't know, but they have to expand the stomach.
Huh. That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's really interesting. Excuse me.
I'm
So
rubbing off on you.
just like we did last week. Yeah, you are pretty much, and it's a scary thing because you're already past your midlife crisis there, Bill. Like we did last time, we went through the Eagles schedule and we kind of went down and we're determining.
Oh, yeah,
all
we got
right,
the other
what?
half.
Yeah, what were we? So we stopped at the bye week, which was week 10. What was yours, Bill? You were
Yeah, I don't know. I think 7-2.
I think 7-2, and I think I was 8-1.
Yeah.
Going into the bye week.
Correct.
So, we have the Chiefs. This is gonna piss me the fuck off because it's at the Chiefs,
Ow.
and it's an 8:15 game, so it's a night game. I I think it'll be a shootout again, but like objectively, it's hard to go into that in the Arrowhead Stadium and
Yeah.
beat Mahomes and Andy Reid and Travis Kelce. So
No, I get it.
I think that'll be a loss there. But I think
Yeah.
I think it'll be like 35-32 type.
Yeah, I'll
loss.
be close.
Then we actually come back home for the next two stints, and we have the Bills. We have the Bills at home, and then the 49ers at home. So for the Bills, who do you think are
Sorry,
winning
I was
there?
reading it wrong. I say we're going to win the Bills game. The 49ers has always been a tough game for us.
Yeah. I say we win the Bills game too. I actually think the Bills kind of take a step back this year.
Really?
Yeah, they drafted a tight end. They didn't really need one.
No.
They could have used it more on defense and stuff like that. But we'll see. I mean, they got Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs. They got some solid players behind them. So you never know with the Bills. But I still
Yeah.
think that we take this because it's a home game.
Fair enough.
I think that's going to be a 28-24 game.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think it's going to be a little bit more of a slugfest than we think. First is the 49ers. I think we take this one again. I think it'll be like the Vikings. I think it'll be just an absolute shit stomp, and I'm excited for it.
Wait, the Vikings?
Not the Vikings. No, like the Vikings.
Like the Vikings.
Yeah, like the
Okay.
Vikings of last year. Where
Yeah.
they came in, we absolutely shit stomped them.
Fair.
The 49ers are going to come in, acting all high and
they're
mighty
going to
again.
try to come in, and we're going to say,
And we're going to shit stomp them again because
Shut the
Hassan
hell
Reddick
up.
is going to just demolish them. And we're a stronger team than last year.
Yep, that's fair. Okay. I got it.
At the Cowboys, again, this is another 50-50 one.
Nah, I think we take it.
I think we take it too. I mean, Cowboys are losing Kellen Moore, their offensive coordinator, and Dak is Dak. But
Yeah.
it's Eagles Cowboys. Anything could happen. But I think it'll be a.
I want another Dak mess up where he like screws up in the 1/4 quarter to get out of playoffs.
That would be funny.
That would be priceless.
That would be hysterical. I don't think it'll be like. I think another 28-24 win.
Probably.
I think it's close. At the Seahawks, I think we lose this one.
I could say it.
I think we lose this one. For some reason, Seahawks have our number, and especially going into the 12th man, like it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
And they're a pretty decent team too, so I expect them to make playoffs and make a decent run. So I think that's a loss there. So that's already 2 losses on the board because that's just back half was rough. But that's the end of the worst of it.
Yeah.
'Cause now we got the Giants at the Giants, at home, and I think we win there.
Mhm.
Then we have the Cardinals at home. We win that.
Yeah.
That's the Jonathan Gannon, just demolished game.
Right.
That's where we're just going to pop off. And then at the Giants to end the season, and I think we win there. So all in all, I think it's only, 3 losses to 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9. 14-3, I think, is our record.
Okay.
I think it's a good record.
Yeah, that's a good record. I would take that.
And then, based off of your predictions, Bill, what do you think? You were 7-2 the first half.
7-2, and then I said a loss to the 49ers and the Seahawks
And the Chiefs, probably.
and the Chiefs probably. So add 3 to that. So
You're 13 to...
Thir-
Wait, no.
you said
12
14.
to 6. 12 to
Yeah,
6.
12 to 6. Yeah. Still a good record.
Yeah.
I take
Right.
it.
Right? Is that... No, so it wouldn't be 14 to 6. It would be 13 to 6.
How would I only? Well, you're losing 3 more games. How did you only lose?
Wait, I'm bad at math.
Yeah, you
'Cause
really are.
Well, we have to add up to 17.
Correct.
So 14 to 6 doesn't add up to 17 either, Bill.
Oh Jesus, we're
So that's
retarded.
a
Oops,
little...
sorry, wrong word. Wrong word.
So that's a 11 to 6 then.
Yes, 11 to 6.
All right.
Not as
Oh,
good.
so you think we're taking a step back?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, this season really just depends on how Jalen Hurts plays again because he was playing at the literal MVP caliber.
Yeah.
And how the whole of the team kind of meshes around because Jason Kelce wouldn't have come back if he didn't think that they were going to make another run for the Super Bowl. I honestly think it might be another Chiefs-Eagles Super Bowl. I would love that. Get our revenge. Jason Kelce then retires out on top again. That would be fun.
That would be, yeah.
That's a dream scenario, but, I mean, who knows? You're looking up.
I want to get your opinion on something because I've shown you this before, I think.
On what?
The Korean Baseball Organization's postseason bracket.
That's 2020.
I know, but look how it looks. That's the thing. I don't care about the actual game.
So if you're coming in, wait, that's so weird.
Look at it though; it makes sense. Here's how wild it gets. If you were the top seed, you go to the the Korean series, their final. If you won, you're the second seed. You were in the playoff. If
Okay.
you're the third seed, you are only in the semi-playoffs, as they put it. And then the wild card, which is 4 and 5, so there's only 5 seeds in this case. They have to play each other, but the 4 seed gets a 1-0 start on a best of 3 series.
Is it always best of 3 throughout?
It is a best of no, it goes 3, 5, 7.
Okay.
So the wild card game, the 5th seed has to fight hard to even get to the semi-playoffs, where they'll play the 3 seed. If they win that best of 3, they go to the best of 5 against the 2 seed. So the number 1 seed sits there and watches each team play. They get to analyze everything going on and what's happening. Meanwhile, the other teams are going to get a little more tired, a little bit more out of it. But the comeback story of beating 4 different teams just to win the whole thing is impressive.
That's because at the same time, the first seed kind of get a little rusty too.
Yeah, I mean, if they're not practicing, yeah.
Yeah.
So I know this wouldn't work for, MLB because there's too many teams.
Yeah.
But if you could implement that, though, would you? Is the question.
The storyline would be fantastic, and that kind of happens with just traditional baseball in
It does.
general.
I mean, it happened with the Phillies last year with the World Series.
No, I'm saying like below collegiate level, like summer
Yeah.
ball and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That kind of happens already. I'd say no.
No.
I'd
really.
say no. I say the only thing I would change is make the wild card round again just a one and done, because
One win.
those were so fun. Like when the Blue Jays were kind of like doing pretty well,
Yeah.
and they came in and they faced, I think it was the Rangers they actually faced, and it was a wild card one and done. Like that
Yeah.
atmosphere is so fun.
Okay.
I think keep the wild card round one and done, and then honestly the rest of the time you're good. Let everyone play.
And again, keep in mind this is with a smaller country with smaller amount of teams.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
I could see that being implemented in certain events where you have smaller amounts of teams. Honestly, even using it for fucking cricket.
Ooh, that's a good point. I think cricket should definitely implement
Cricket
that.
could possibly implement that because I don't know how the games go. I know the games take a while. They could just be best of 2 or best of 1, but have it set up like that to where wherever you seed, you are at the top,
Yeah.
or playoff or semi-playoff or whatever. But I think that would be a good idea for like up and coming leagues that play best of 3, 5, or 7 games. I don't know if cricket does, but again, it was just an idea.
I like that a lot. I actually think that they should implement that into LCS.
They could do that with LCS.
I think that would be a very good
I
thing.
think that would be a good way to have it because you could do best 3, 5, and 7.
Because that's not LCS isn't necessarily fatigue either. Like
No.
that, like so that's more just
It's
like
just
that's
tilt.
just more of a that's more of a fun story to go on. But,
I agree. Yeah.
yeah, but that's pretty much all we have for you. Next week is going to be a little rough just because you have the All-Star game, and as we said in the previous podcast, the All-Star game is the only time where there is no sports going on outside of the All-Star like games and everything like that. So we'll have the home run derby, we'll have All-Star game and everything, but I'm sure we'll figure something else out, especially when it comes to like UFC.
There's UFC.
Yeah, Formula One. There'll still be stuff to talk about. So make sure you tune into to next week's episode. And once again, please email us at our email billandajmedia@gmail.com or our Twitter handle @absportsmedia. Once again, my name's AJ.
And I'm send a freaking email, Bill.
That's an interesting name.
Yes, it is.
And thank you for listening to our podcast. Adios.
See it.
Bon voyage.
Okay, bye. If gambling has become a problem for you or for someone you know, please call 1-800-GAMBLER to seek free, confidential 24/7 problem gambling assistance. You can also text SUPPORT to 53342 to get more information about problem gambling behavior.